100 rated chess. But opponent's material advantage determines what pieces you can move. +3 for minor pieces, +4 for king, +5 for rooks, +9 for queen. So in short I have to lose in order to win. Very challenging. e4. Okay, I can only move pawns. Of course pawns are excluded because if not then I can't even move anything. It is quite obvious that I have to sacrifice pawns to lose materials and then I can move my pieces. f5. d5 he may decide not to take as it is a popular opening. But of course no one refuses a free f-pawn. Never mind. g6 is forced. Bishop e2. Aha. This guy is baiting me to take his queen, and then he can go bishop takes h5 which is actually a checkmate in one. Oh my god, we might have hit a very strong player here. d5. If he doesn't take that way, maybe he'll take this way. Didn't happen. Okay, now that really blunders a queen, but bishop h5 check is still possible, which ends the video as my king cannot move when I'm not down 4 points of materials. So I guess e6 instead. This is really bad. Now his pawn can actually go down all the way with a check and still naturally ends the video. There isn't a real way for me to get out of this. e6 is to give him another potential target to capture that doesn't end the video. Bishop b5 check. c6. Queen e2. Aha. We're safe. I mean that blunders a bishop, but queen takes b5 is also a check and I cannot move any piece to defend that check. I also don't want to lead in materials. h5. Opening up the rook to completely prevent his queen from going back, also making the g-pawn weaker for him to capture. Now he takes the e-pawn. 2 points, losing one more pawn will allow me to move the minors. d4. The easiest way to lose a pawn is just to push it right into my opponent's mouth. c3. Of course I don't want to capture. We are trying to lose, not to trade. d3. A super obvious blunder of a pawn. I mean it should be about time that he finally sees that his bishop is hanging. Therefore retreating the bishop along with a capture is definitely the most obvious thing to do here. Never mind. Well, I mean it's fine. a6. If he doesn't see the c-pawn, I mean of course now he just has to see the a-pawn. There are literally only 2 ways and 3 possible moves to retreat the bishop, so the one with the capture is definitely literally the easiest one to spot. Right? Of course. Alright, we are officially down 3 points of materials. Bishop e7. Sacrificing the g-pawn, which brings us down to -4 points of materials, which is actually just in time for my king to move. Absolutely. King f8. A bit risky though, but no worries, I can do this. Queen f3 check. Knight f6. d4. Alright, I don't think I'll have to move my king again. And since there is a pawn that is really blocking the way. Bishop takes c6. This brings me back to -3 points of materials, which means now there is bishop h6 ending the video as both my rook and my king cannot move. But I mean he should obviously be able to see that my rook is obviously defending the h6 square. There is literally nothing more obvious than a rook on the h-file defending a square on the h-file. Right? No. No. I have 2 chances. As you can see there are 2 reactions to this challenge, which obviously means that I have 2 chances. No argument here. King g8. I could have taken the bishop, but that would be like I'm cheating. Moving the king for a second chance is actually good enough. Bishop g5. c5. I'm baiting queen b7 bishop d5 trapping his queen. I mean capturing a queen is losing all the material disadvantages, but it is totally worth it for a potential early resignation. He sees everything. Knight c6. Bishop d2. I have no idea. Bishop g4. I cannot even capture anything though. A single capture will immediately disallow me from moving my minor pieces. If I can choose to make a single capture, it has to be the enemy queen. Absolutely perfect. Alright. Moment of truth. Bishop takes d1. With this capture now I totally lose all hope of playing this game normally again. Therefore, please resign. Didn't happen. Well, I mean, I can still move pawns. This is so dead. Knight a3. Okay, I think he's betting on my clock. I'm down 2 minutes, so he's definitely thinking I'm gonna lose on time. There is no hope for a resignation anymore. I have to play this to the end. h4. Bishop a5. Aha. That blunders a bishop. But guess what? If he actually takes my queen, then I will be able to activate the pieces again. Absolutely perfect. h3. Take it. Yes. Ha! Now I can even activate the rooks. But h takes g2 is significantly better. Bishop e4. Aha! That blunders a bishop. King e2. G takes h1, changing gender. I don't care what you think, this is a pawn, it is exempted from the rules, I can move this pawn freely for the rest of the game. Checkmate. I'm not cheating, mission accomplished.